Greetings and salutations, people of the internet. This is Master RBG, and it's confession time. I've been planning on making a mini-series of videos about the 4 big Toy-to-Life franchises for quite some time now. It makes sense when you think about it. Most of what I do on this channel is talk about video games and video game merchandise, so the Toy-to-Life genre as a whole is a natural fit. But I prefer to talk about indie games rather than more mainstream games, hence why I was only planning to make a mini-series. But enough jaw-jacking, let's get to the main topic of today's discussion. So as many of you who follow the Toy-to-Life genre probably already know, Disney Infinity will be ending soon. There will be no Disney Infinity 4.0 coming out, and the last major set for 3.0 will be the Finding Dory set. So effectively, Disney Infinity will be dead as of late 2016. I know there are some hardcore fans of Disney Infinity who are really upset about this, but maybe this development isn't all bad. Maybe there's a silver lining here. Now, LEGO Dimensions has already made their big announcement about their Year 2 stuff, and to be honest, I'm pretty excited about it. We're getting Gremlins, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Harry Potter for crying out loud. That's awesome. But as sweet as Year 2 is going to be, I think I have a theory about Year 3. The reason why things like Star Wars and Marvel properties have been absent in LEGO Dimensions, despite the fact that there's a metric ton of actual LEGO products based on those properties, is fairly simple and straightforward. Disney Infinity was already existing in the Toy-to-Life franchise market prior to LEGO Dimensions getting into it. Disney couldn't let a direct competitor in that market use their properties, especially not when their second and third entries of their own series focus primarily on Marvel and Star Wars respectively. But now it's a different story. After winter 2016, it won't matter if someone else uses those properties. Disney won't have a stake in the Toy-to-Life market anymore. So, they would have nothing to lose and everything to gain by letting LEGO Dimensions use those properties in their own game. They get money for the use of their IPs, but don't actually have to put forth any effort or use any resources themselves. It's a win-win. Heck, they may even allow LEGO Dimensions to use other Disney-owned properties in the future. Can you imagine that? Look, when Disney Infinity was first announced, I thought it sounded like a great idea. All the worlds and characters from the Disney movies would be able to interact and travel to other worlds from other characters using near-field connectivity figures. Kinda like a mix of Kingdom Hearts and Skylanders. Unfortunately, it didn't work out quite as I had hoped. It gated characters off from any world other than their own, except for the toy box, and that's assuming that they were even given a world of their own in the first place. And eventually, even when they allowed characters from adjacent worlds like Avengers and Spider-Man to interact with one another's worlds, they made you jump through a bunch of hoops before you could do it. The reason I like LEGO Dimensions is because it makes good on the promise Disney Infinity failed to fulfill. It's got characters from over 16 properties, 30 if you include the stuff from Year 2, and they can all freely interact with one another. You want to play through the Land of Oz as Bart Simpson? Go for it. You want to fight crime in Gotham City as Gimli from Lord of the Rings? Have at it. You want Doctor Who to travel around Aperture Science while driving the DeLorean from Back to the Future? Sure, why not? It's a little sad that the second entry into the Toy-to-Life franchise is ending, but I hope that maybe some good can come from this. Maybe, if it can help make a good game even better, then maybe it won't be such a bad deal after all. Let's hope we can see Disney and WB get along well enough to make this a thing, because then we can have at least one official game where Marvel and DC can finally have a crossover, right? So, what do you guys think? Does this sound like a good thing? A possible thing? If it does happen, what would you like to see in the way of sets and figures from the Disney-owned properties? Let me know down in the comment section below. If it does end up happening, hey, if I make a video, I will give you a shout out and credit for calling it right if and when it happens. Anywho, that does it for me this time. You can go ahead and expect another video from me in a couple days from now. Working on it as we speak. But that's it for me this time, guys. Have a good one. This is Master RBG signing off.